So I don't know if this is common knowledge within the people who play this video game, but I recently learned that the main characters in this game, their resonance, their main power is decided by their personality. And I just find stuff like that kind of interesting. It's kind of like personality tests or horoscopes. Like, even if you don't believe in all that, it's still kind of fun to mess around with. So today I wanted to explain the main theme of each character's resonance, and in the comments you guys can say which one reminds you of yourself, or which one's your favorite one, or a combination of the two. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's break down the theme of every element in Wuthering Waves. Fusion, the passionate. Core personality, bold, determined, energetic, and hot-headed. Traits are they're guided by strong convictions, quick to act, driven by emotion, and the archetype is the fiery idealist, justice-driven warrior. It's pretty easy to tell a fusion character when you see one. My guess was charismatic, confident, optimistic. That's what Fusion reminds me of in the game, personally. Now, Electro, I was way off with this. Electro is the unpredictable. Their core personality is witty, impulsive, eccentric, or rebellious. They thrive on spontaneity, cleverness, breaking expectations, and the archetype is the trickster or the free spirit innovator. I thought electricity was all about power. I don't know, maybe it's because of Augustus quest, but everybody in this element is like a badass, so I don't know. And then there's Yinlin, who's obviously in that BDSM, so I thought it was just like power, control, and bravery. Because if you think about it, Carcello's overclocking and all that, Augusta's having trouble dealing with the voices in her head, Yinlin's a dominatrix. Like, I just thought it was power, control, you know, and then sprinkle a little bravery in there. I don't really know. I was off.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
And plus Yumi wouldn't even make sense with that, so yeah, I was way off. Aereo or Wind, the free spirit, core personality, adventurous, easygoing, adaptable, or nomadic. Traits, seek freedom, exploration, and openness, dislike being tied down, and the archetype is a wanderer or agile martial artist. I was pretty off with this one too. I said leadership, wisdom, and self-governance, so I was kind of close. The thing about aerial characters, if you notice, a lot of them have some sort of position of leadership or guidance, and all of them have self-conviction or like a sense, I don't want to say duty, but like a strong moral ethic.
So if you're from Africa, why are you white?
Oh my god, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white.
Some sort of intuition that guides them or makes them natural born leaders. But I guess they're leaders of their own selves, not other people, which is what I got wrong. But I'm looking too far into this. Let's go to the next one. Glacio, the disciplined. Core personality, calm, logical, restrained, or emotionally distant. Traits, value order, precision, and self-control. Sometimes cold, but reliable. Archetype, the strategist, reserved, protector. Honestly, Glacio was the hardest one for me to even figure out. You got characters like Sanwa and Baiji, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. And then there's like Carlotta, who acts like completely different, I think. So my traits were stoicism, so I kind of got that right. Perfection and elegance. I don't even know if that's like, it didn't even make sense to me, but that's all I could think. Because Carlotta's always just like stunting on everybody. I don't know, I had no clue. Spectro, the enlightened. Core personality, compassionate, wise, uplifting, or devout. Traits, serve as moral compasses, healers, or guides, inspire others towards clarity. Archetype, the mentor, nurturing guardian. Special characters are also pretty easy to see. When you see them, they're usually obsessed with like religion or some sort of duty. They're working for someone or something most of the time. So the traits I had were duty, dogma, religion. It's always serving some greater purpose. They usually have some rigid laws or rules to live by, and there's usually some sort of higher power or authority tied to their lives. At least that's what I thought.
My faith in the Lord is absolute. I fell from an aircraft with nothing, and still he saved me. Let's see if the devil does the same for you.
Havoc, dark, the tormented. Core personality, intense, conflicted, self-destructed, or burdened. Traits, prone to obsession, vengeance, or being consumed by their own powers, emotions. Archetype, the tragic anti-hero / unstable genius. Now, I didn't know much about Havoc characters, but I knew they were messed up. I just view them as edgy goth girls. My favorite. I'm just joking. But jokes aside, I didn't want to view Havoc characters in like a negative light, but when you break them down, it's kind of hard not to. Like, the 3 traits I had for them were manipulation, deception, and subconscious, which is kind of a weird one, but I'll explain. Like, Havoc characters tend to not be upfront with who they are. There's always some deeper personality or side of them you don't notice. There's a depth to most Havoc characters, not found in other characters. And then there's Camellia, who's super horny. But seriously, they don't tell the full story up front. And it's like the deeper side of their personality is usually like hidden from the world. That's why I say like subconscious. I was missing the right words, but yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Conflicted, burdened, tormented. Yeah, so they got the short end of the stick, these edgy goth girls. It's sad. Can't help but feel bad for some of them, but it's just how it is.
I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city.
But the one thing they love more than a hero
is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
But yeah, jokes aside, that was it. What is your favorite element, and which element do you think you are? My favorite is fusion. Honestly, I'm so far away from that personality type, even though I enjoy it in the game. And let's be real, if people were like that IRL, they probably aren't playing this game, they're probably touching grass. But I find fusion characters fun because it's just like they light up the whole room. They're just bubbly, fun personalities that you can't help but enjoy. Me, personally, I think I am a Glacio. It's just ironic, it's like complete opposite. And it's even funnier because I had no idea how to describe Glacial characters in this game. But yeah, I'm more of a reserved person. I'm extremely emotionally distant. I could also, in a different world, see me being like an Aereo or an Electro, but nah, I'm pretty sure I would be a Glacio. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm a male, so none of that even matters because there's no male resonators in Wuthering Waves.
Bruh.